In this video, we're going to go over a tip in regards to Christmas lights or Christmas lighting, and that's that a best practice that we need to implement whenever we're effectively going about the removal of a Christmas light installation that we had provided is labeling the Christmas light strands or the equipment really at large to make the installation easier for us to do the following year. Okay, if we spend a couple minutes, 10, 15 minutes tops, labeling the equipment that we had installed upon removal, it makes the installation, 10 months later in November, October, December, whenever it ends up being, tremendously easier to figure out how to do properly. Okay, and in a time efficient manner when we're doing the installation. Okay, so a few pieces of information to include when we're labeling that the equipment effectively is, for example, okay, and think of the given situation, the given installation you had just done, the removal you just done, like label it accordingly, okay? But a few pieces of information that's going to be really useful or helpful when we're doing the installation the following time is, you know, include information on the note, such as like, where the timers or extension cords were plugged in. Where were the timers or extension cords placed? Where were the strands installed? Were they installed along a gutter line, up and down a peak, a few feet around the corner? Where was the strand installed? Where was the strand's male end? Where did that male end get plugged in? And where did the female end, where did that female end land or like end up at? Was this a first story or second story strand? Label the equipment appropriately because it's just going to make installation so much easier to do. Once you do that, wrap up the equipment, aggregate it with a Velcro or zip tie strap before storing it. Okay, so that's going to be a best practice when we're doing Christmas light removals. Just label the strands, include any useful information you see fit, but this list includes pretty much everything you're going to need. For instance, where the timers and extension cords are plugged in, where they're placed, where the strands are installed on gutter lines or peaks, where do the male and female ends of the strand go, near downspout or around the corner or whatever it might be, some information that would be helpful so that when you lay out the equipment, you know exactly where to install it the following year, and was it first story or second story, for instance.